Hi everyone, it's Alicia. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back, and thank you for supporting me. So today I have a brand new device to review with you guys. This was provided to me for free for my honest review, and I will also be reviewing it on Amazon as well. It is a product that is sold on Amazon. It is a digital voice recorder, and the brand is it's PVerandio. So I don't know exactly how you say that, but I will say Verandio. Okay, so I'll put all that information below anyway. So it came in an Amazon package, of course, and then this is what the box looks like. I did unbox it because I needed to go look at the instructions and all that so I can provide you guys with information. So it looks like this. So inside of here is actually the recorder. And there's 3 functions on this little button. And then it also has a port here. And I will give you guys some information about it. There we go. So that is nice and small for your purse or wherever you want to use it. It is voice activated. It has 192 hours of recording capacity, 85 to 100 hours of continuous recording time, and it is also can be used as a USB stick. You can connect it to your computer, and they do give you a cord for that, and it's a 16 gigabyte. Okay. Now, this also not only records your voice, but you can also record music. So I did do a little voice recording and music. The only thing is you can only hear them through the headphones. So I'm going to try it and see if I can put it by the speaker and see if you guys can hear it through there. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Okay, so it looks like this then. I'll take all of that out. And underneath there, you will get 2 packets and a book and a warranty card. All right, the manual looks like this, and there's a lot of instructions on here. I am not going through all of these instructions. So the most important thing is right here, it's going to tell you what the different functions of the buttons are. And then on the headphones, couldn't think of the word, there is a little controller which also has some functions there. All right, so let's go ahead and open these up. So this is the cord that you need to use to plug it into your computer. So this end plugs into the device, and then that end plugs into your computer. And then you can also charge it that way, or just put it on, with an end, a USB to the wall end, and then you can just charge it that way. I did charge it up before I kind of played with it. It'll have like different indicator lights. There's red, there's blue for different things. I'm fully charged 2.5 to 3 hours. I didn't charge it that long. So I'm just getting out the headphones. Okay, so these are just, simple headphones, okay? They're just normal type headphones. The important part is this little controller, which has 3 buttons on it. So one of them is a negative, which is reduce the volume, and it has some other features. There's a pause and play button, and then there's also a plus button, which is increase in volume, and also it will do, they all do kind of some similar things. You have to kind of do them in a certain order and that kind of thing. So I am going to unwrap this. I hadn't done that. And let's get these ready. Again, I don't know if you'll be able to hear. So what I did was I recorded like a melody, let's say. And I stuck that on there through my computer. And then I'm going to go ahead and do, I don't think I kept my recording on here. You can go back and forth between like a voice recording and music. So you can use it that way as well. So let's just talk about the buttons really quick. So there's 3 buttons on here. One is on, one is voice recording. So it's the voice activated recording. And then the other one is off, but it also saves. So on there, I know it's hard to see, but there are 3 buttons on there. And one, like I said, the one way will turn it on, the other way will turn it off. And if you just go to the middle, it's the voice activated. All right. So I'm just going to turn it on. There's a little red light that comes on. And when that goes off, it's ready. Okay. Test, 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 test. This is a test. Now I'm going to turn it off all the way over. All right. And what that's going to do is that's going to save it. Okay. So that saves whatever you're doing. Now for the one that I put on here from the computer, I just dropped and dragged. It's just like a normal USB where you would drop and drag something into the folder. So it was no big deal there. Now, then you don't need it to record this, but you do need it to hear. So this isn't going to play out loud. So you plug this in. And you can also see that's a 16 gig there. So you just plug it in. Now, the one thing which I find a little weird is if I have both of these in my ears, okay, the button is here. So I don't know about you, but I can't really see that. So the way that I was doing it was just having one in, and then I could kind of use the controller. Now the controller has the volume up, the volume down, and then the pause switch. So there's a lot of different things you can do with this. There is pausing. You can pause for like a second, pause it really quick. You can long pause by holding the pause button down a little bit longer. So that'll pause it longer, and then you can just hit the pause play button again to play it. They also have support of an Android phone, but it does not support an iPhone. So they have instructions on that. So it says, please set device date and time setup timestamp through computer before your first use, but you need to set it up every time the battery runs out. So I'm assuming if you would just like charge it, before the battery runs out, like you wouldn't have to do that. But if for some reason it goes dead, then you would have to redo it. Okay. All right. So again, lots of instructions on here. Now I did just do a voice recording, and there's also ways for you to delete. So again, it's kind of like you have to press this one, then this one, then this one to do different things. So deleting a file, I saw that on here, it tells you to do a long pause, which is pressing, and you do everything on this little device because the main device doesn't have any of these functions. So you would want to do it on here. And you would do a long pause, and then it'll tell you have to press, I think it's for if you want to just delete like one thing, like if I'm listening to my test, then I would long press it. It's going to change colors. It'll flash purple. You're going to long press the pause play button in order to delete all files. It deletes everything. And then you would press the plus sign in order to delete like one thing. So if I wanted to keep my music, but I wanted to get rid of like whatever I was recording, I would do that, or you can just start it fresh. I think you can, I mean, you could probably just hook it up to your computer and delete everything out of it too. Or delete one thing and the other rather than trying to remember what do I press and all of that kind of stuff, but you always have the instructions. It also lets you switch between recording and music. So I found on here the button that does that is the negative sign. So that's how I was able to do it. You can also fast forward and rewind. Again, everything is through, you know, the 3 buttons that's on here. So let me see if I can do anything to get this set up. And let's see if we can hear anything. Okay, and then after you're done, you know, listening or whatever, you just turn it off. So I think it would be great use if you were, well, if you were kind of doing spying on somebody, but I think it would be a great use, like if you thought of something and you didn't want to write it down, or you're, you know, you're in bed and you're like thinking of something that you have to do, you could grab this, turn it on, make a note, turn it off. So I think that's really good. Again, I like that you can hook it up with your computer. I hope that in the future they come up with the iPhone support, because I do have an iPhone, so the Android thing doesn't really help me. However, I do have an Android tablet, so I haven't tried it on that. But otherwise, I think it's good, and I think it works very well. I don't care for the fact that this is so close, and it would be nice if it kind of disconnected or something, so you could, like, you know, kind of reconnect, or was down further a little bit, I think. So, you know, but overall, I think it's really nice. Let me give you some other information. This is a $54.99 item, but there is a 20% coupon, which is really nice. So you can use it that way. And like I said, it is voice activated. It has the long battery time and capacity. So 85 to 100 hours of continuous recording. Takes about 3 hours to charge. It has the 16 gigabyte built-in memory. That can save 192 hours of recording files at 192 kbps, kilobytes per second. The voice-activated recorder adopts latest intelligent noise reduction. So I did notice that when I recorded down when I was watching TV, it did pick up the TV. Now the TV was pretty loud, but it did pick that up. So depending on what you're trying to do, that could be a good or bad thing, I guess. I was kind of, you know, decent amount from the TV, you know, to your couch or whatever. It is a playback wave format, WAV. And it supports the playback through the earphones that they provide to you. They also ask that you use the cord that they gave you, you know, for charging and computer. They say Windows Media Player or Mac system, they suggest you use VLC Media Player. And then, of course, you can use go through your Android phone, but unfortunately, they don't support iPhone at the moment. So I think that it's, you know, for the price and everything, depending on what you're trying to do or use it for, I like that it's really compact, honestly. So other than the few things that I mentioned, I think it's a really good recorder, and I like that you can play music on it. That's kind of cool too. So instead of like carrying your phone around, if you wanted to go for a walk or something, you could throw some music on here, some headphones, and you know, you'd have this so small in your pocket or whatever, you know, rather than a phone, which is kind of nice. So anyway, that's my review. Let me know what you guys think. I'll also be reviewing on Amazon on their site there on Amazon. And again, I'll leave the link. Thank you guys for spending the time with me today. And don't forget to like and subscribe.